Why is there two brides? Oh! Shut the front door. Oh, this is so awkward. Oh. Yeah, yep.
I'd be so happy to be the new wife though.
I honestly would have kicked her in the face. Why is this new wife not doing anything? I would boot her in the face. Why are you here? Why is she there?
Why is she there?
Snuck in. She broke in.
I also like that you asked the question and the video went, here's the answer.
Yeah. I'm so happy because I'm like, why is there two brides? What is happening here?
I knew a woman who was a bridesmaid in a relative's wedding. She was married and had been trying to get pregnant for a while. Finally, her and her hubby got lucky and she conceived.
Aww.
The bridezilla got furious and kicked her out of the wedding because she would be pregnant in the pictures. 3 months later, sadly, the woman miscarried. The bride called her with a response along the lines of, good, well now you can be back in the wedding? Needless to say, she did not even attend it, of course.
This makes me so angry. How could you attend it after that?
Never. That person's not your friend anymore.
I would set like the wedding tent on fire. Crash the wedding.
Fully crash the wedding.
Nude and drunk.
Does anybody have any objections? I do.
Absolutely. I had a friend that threw a temper tantrum complete with screaming and foot stomping because her grandmother had the audacity to die a few hours before her wedding. I don't know why I'm laughing. I'm so bad. I'm feeling uncomfortable. She said it would throw off the seating arrangements because now there would be a big empty space. She's currently halfway through her second divorce. I'm sweating because I'm not supposed to be laughing. But it was just funny, like that, how insane that is.
That's nuts.
I'm just like, how dare you die, now I have an empty seat. Like, y'all gotta have something loose up there.
I bet her grandma planned it.
Yeah, she's like, I'm gonna ruin her wedding. Take me.
Jokes.
Terrible.
Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to Top 10 Central. I am one of your hosts today, Olivia Kozlowski.
I'm the other one, Joss Bedard, and we are doing a part 4 of the top 10 most entitled brides who ruin their own wedding day.
You smashed that!
I really did.
What's it like to be a professional?
You wouldn't know.
Starting off at number 10. My best friend's coworker is getting married later this year and oh man, that girl's got some problems. Good start. She's very religious and pure, which if that's your thing is fine, agreed, whatever. However, she told my friend last week that she doesn't want anyone at her wedding who is born out of wedlock, which includes my friend who is the daughter of a teen mom.
But what's it to you?
And like, how would you know?
Yeah, like how do you fill out this form if you were born out of wedlock?
Like,
I would just lie. Like,
exactly. Like,
stupid.
No, parents still together forever.
Sliding into number 9, we have worked at a reception venue. One event really sticks out. Everything went well until the cake. Bride and groom go to feed each other. She does it very nice. He smashes it into her face.
No.
Bride screams, start bawling her eyes out, runs out of the hall. 15 or so minutes later, the father of the bride comes and asks for the DJ for the mic. He proceeds to thank everyone for coming and says that if they would like to take their gifts on the way out, the couple has decided to break up. That's all I need to read. I already know enough. That's so stupid.
That's insane.
Can you, like, first of all, don't smash cake in my face, because I will divorce you before we even are married.
Wedding?
I divorce immediately.
Done.
Yeah, but realistically, you don't break up over that.
It's a bit of an over-exaggeration.
Like,
not gonna lie.
Yeah, clean yourself up, get back out there, it's all good.
Also, like at that point, don't you know who you're marrying? So like he should have known not to smash cake in her face, and she should have known that he was gonna smash cake in her face.
I don't know why anyone would do that.
No, don't. Just don't. Coming in at number 8. A friend of mine in college was getting married at 19 because she was super conservative Christian and she wanted to have sex. Alright, understandable. Between the time I agreed to be a bridesmaid and a couple of months before the wedding, I lost some weight. She got super pissed at me because she wanted to be the skinny one on the stage and threw me out of the wedding party.
Okay, but what is the 19 Christian girl wanting to have sex have anything to do with the second half of the story?
So true. Just had to throw that in.
I thought this was gonna be about like Christianity and blah blah blah, and I'm like, wait, what? You just wanted to throw that in there. Like,
literally.
This makes no sense to me. In spot number 7, we have Bride started crying because the tablecloth was the wrong shade of purple, so she thought the whole wedding was ruined. Never mind that she was marrying a nice man, all her friends had flown to the wedding, her family was all there, etc. But no, the tablecloth was the wrong shade. We spent an hour consoling her and fixing up her makeup while the guests waited.
How tragic.
Honestly, I would eat my wedding dinner on the floor. Who cares? It's your wedding day.
All of your friends, your family's there, the love of your life.
Like, I'm just trying to get drunk and eat burgers on my wedding.
Hell
McDonald's, everyone does that.
Putting my head under the chocolate fountain.
Absolutely. Oh, I thought you meant alcohol. I was like under the Youre bottle.
Also that. Don't want to get too drunk if I ever have a. Who am I kidding? I'm never gonna.
I don't want to remember it, to be honest. I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. Here now at number 6 is not a bridesmaid, but my mom was a wedding photographer for many years. Long story short, the father of the bride had a heart attack, and as he was being carried out on the stretcher, the sobbing bride yells, "How could you ruin my wedding day like this?" What is with these people having no sympathy towards the dead? Like the actual dead. Like, no, I'm laughing, but it's not funny. No sympathy. Like, they blame the death about ruining their wedding. It makes no sense to me.
Like, also, do you think that he's like intentionally having a heart attack?
That's exactly what he wanted to happen that day. You're right.
Yeah, this is fun for me.
Yeah, the father of the bride too. Like, and the bride yells this. Oh my God. He probably paid for this wedding.
All right, we are at our halfway mark at number 5. Not a bridesmaid, but a witness to one. The bride got walked out on by her entire bridal party except her maid of honor. Of course, it was because no one loved her and everyone wanted to ruin her day, not because she ripped a bridesmaid dress from the neck down in an open area because it was too white. It was the dress the bride insisted on all the maids wearing.
I'll be damned. If she ripped my dress, I swear to God I'd rip hers. Bride or not, you're going down with me.
Yeah, see you later.
Cause you know they paid for that dress.
Yeah.
That you picked out, so I'm ruining your dress if you're ruining mine. I don't care.
And why would you pick something that was too white?
You don't pick any color that's an off-white.
Go black.
Yeah. Rolling into number 4, we have the short story is that she lied. That's all we need.
That's it.
She lied to the venue about the number of guests that were attending, effectively packing us like sardines. She lied about having a day of staff. That meant that all the dates of the bridesmaids spent the day hanging flowers, running to get kegs, pouring champagne, blah, blah, blah. She lied to the hair and makeup personnel about the number of people that were obtaining services. Okay, so basically, she lied about everything on her wedding day. She lied about everything to all staff members. So all the hair and makeup, they probably thought it was like a certain amount of girls and then it was triple, packed in there like sardines.
Ew.
Did everyone even have like a plate of food?
No. This caused them to run out of food and alcohol?
Oh, there we go.
If you're not gonna have enough food, you have to have enough
open
booze.
Bar.
Oh, this is tragic. All right, we are at number 3. It was in a wedding where the bride planned 2 separate bachelorette weekends for herself and got mad at anyone who wouldn't spend 2 3-day weekends, $500 each, away from their husband's kids' jobs. The weeks leading up to the wedding, the temperature for the big day was forecast to be a high of 10 degrees Fahrenheit. Don't know what that is. February wedding. Cold. Okay, cool. Bride was insisting on outdoor photos without coats because we can't hide the dresses. Everyone, including the photographer, tells her hell no. Day of, she pitches a fit when we refused to do more than one quick photo. Afterwards, she stopped talking to 75% of the bridal party because of the refusal to accommodate her outrageous demands.
Stupid.
To this day, years later, she still complains about how her bridesmaids ruined her wedding.
So dumb.
Get married in July like everyone else.
Yeah, and if you're into a winter wedding, like theme it indoors for photos and stuff like that. Like I'm all for the winter theme, I think it's beautiful, but inside.
Or like one of those, have like those fur things.
Yes, like the little shawl where you still see the dress.
Exactly.
Taking over the number 2 spot is planner here. I've seen some shit. Bride invites ex-boyfriend to wedding because he's just a really good friend. During reception, her husband of 2 hours goes to the bathroom. She plants a kiss on him, notices I saw, and promptly reminds me to mind my business. At the end of the night, catering informed me they hadn't settled their bill. If they didn't get payment that night, there would be an additional fee charged. I run outside to let them know before they drive off. 2 days later, I get a call from the groom who informs me the bride is extremely upset with my unprofessionalism and wants a refund. She wasn't happy that I made a scene by running outside to tell them about the bill in an effort to save them from additional charges. I asked him if he was aware of the scene she's made when she kissed her ex-boyfriend on the dance floor. while he went to the bathroom. He hung.
I forgot about that first part.
Yeah,
once we got to the
I was
bill
thinking about
part.
the bill. You had a cheating wife.
Oh.
She cheated on your wedding day, bro.
Imagine to say, mind your business. Well,
Mind your
this is
business.
me, minding my business.
I wouldn't.
what
I
you
would
get.
honestly go right to the groom. I probably would take a picture, to be honest. Don't cheat.
All right, and taking over the #1 spot is... I didn't make it to the wedding. I was best friends with a woman. Literally, we did everything together. She assembled her wedding party and didn't invite me. She threw me my bachelorette, witnessed my marriage, etc. Found out later I wasn't invited because I was overweight, and her mother thought that it would limit bridesmaid dress choices and throw the wedding photos off. At least I know, dodged a bullet. You 100% dodged a bullet.
Absolutely. Like, you don't even want people like that in your life, to be
No.
honest. How does that change a wedding photo?
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
It literally
It
doesn't.
really doesn't.
What the hell? And also, your photos aren't like to go back and be like, isn't this a beautiful piece of art?
Nah.
Your photos are to look back and be like, look at this happy days
Absolutely.
where I was surrounded by everyone I love.
Look how drunk I am.
This was right after I put my head
puked.
under the chocolate fountain.
There you go.
Amazing memories.
Facts.
God, people suck.
All right, guys, well, that's our part 4 of entitled Brides. If you guys want part 5, let us know, like the video. I'm getting out of here, though. I think she will, too.
Probably.
See you later.
Bye.
Okay, so we can take headphones out, because that was...
Alright.
Yay. Alrighty, Rue.
Okay.
Take it away. Hold on. Okay, so now we're at 10? No, okay, sure. I was very confident on that. That's so rude.
All right.
Kidding.
We'll
Everyone's
talk-
like, you're so mean to her. It's a joke.
We'll talk about that later.
We will.
Don't worry. I'll write it in my diary.
So who is that guy? Who is that guy that you met? Which guy? Are you whining us? He's just a friend. And you're kissing.
Oh my god.
That's so embarrassing for him.
Yeah.
What about me?
I'm just wondering why the ex was at the wedding.
Right?
I'm sorry, but what is the ex doing there? I'm confused. How do you kiss an ex on a wedding day? Why is your ex anywhere near you on your wedding day?
And it kind of takes 2 people to do that. Like, why of all days?
The ex wants to show up.
Couldn't you have at least gotten that out of your system the day before? Like,
Maybe when you were dating?
that's an idea.
So with my wedding, were you still coming? Because I was thinking maybe you shouldn't. But you cried today just because some lady had a baby is just a bit dramatic and lots of people don't know yet because apparently you aren't ready to tell people. I think if you don't tell people, you shouldn't come. Like, I'm trying to be as nice about this as I can, but everyone will be asking why you aren't pregnant, and I don't want them distracted from making me feel special. So the person wrote back, okay, I need a minute to process what the F you just said to me. So let me get this straight. You don't want me at your wedding because the fact that my baby effing died might ruin your day. Yeah, that's a bad one. Like what?
What? What the f?
It takes a special kind of person to do
Right.
something like that.
This person would not be in my life. Like, I wouldn't be at their wedding day and they just would not be in my life after this conversation.
That is selfishness at its finest.
That's terrible.
What?
That's terrible.
You are a horrible person.
Absolutely. Like, not even a good friend, but like not even a decent human.
Just no. Bad. Bad all around. My brother's fiance went off on my mom in front of me and my sister when he was 45 minutes late to the rehearsal due to his best man's car tire blowing out. Where is your a-hole of a son? Dude should never showed up for the wedding. Not only a bridezilla, but a total utter sociopath. Her life was completely fabricated, and her parents, who didn't show up for the wedding, called my mom to tell her the truth about it the day after. She had a rap sheet a mile long and a prison record, but my brother, who just wanted to believe that people can change, stuck it up for 7 years. Don't do that. Don't ever do that.
I mean, they said it best. Don't do that. Don't ever do that. Ever. 7 years? To stick out for 7 years is a long time. To like really just be trying to get through it, you know?
Just this statement alone had a lot of red flags.
Yeah.
So to think of all the red flags that you must have seen over that 7-year period.
Yeah, the
and
prison
you
record
still wanted to marry this person?
set me over the edge there.
My God.
Desperate much?
We weren't allowed to talk directly to the bride. Her mom and maid of honor were the only ones allowed to. What?
What's the point of going to the wedding then?
Tell the bride congratulations, even though I see her right there.
Going to that wedding would literally be like the same thing as going to watch a movie.
Yep,
Like you can't talk to the actor.
that's the worst. And you're giving them an envelope of money or a gift.
You're buying a gift for someone you can't talk to. What?
That's crazy. That is the definition of entitled. So apparently they had to sign a contract vowing to these things. We wouldn't get any fake tans because no one was allowed to be more tan than she was. Also, no tan lines allowed. No false lashes. Her lashes had to be the longest. No teeth whitening done. Her smile was to shine the brightest. $400 bridesmaid dress and $100 shoes plus $250 rented jewelry we had to buy on our own despite the fact her family was loaded and I was so broke. That's, first of all, I'm not going out to anyone's wedding without a spray tan. I'll tell you that right now. I am not going to a wedding without a spray tan. You're crazy. That's crazy.
But what happens if you're already more tan than she is?
Or what if your teeth are just naturally more white? What are you gonna do? Not have me in your wedding? You crazy?
And the quota to meet for your dress and your
I couldn't
shoes
afford
and
that
your-
life.
$250 worth of jewelry. What kind of metal detector are you trying to set off?
Literally.
That's a lot of jewelry. Yeah. I was a maid of honor and her best friend and roommate, but since I'm ugly, she wouldn't let me be in any pictures.
Excuse me? Who decides if you're ugly?
What?
What do you mean? That's crazy. You were maid of honor too. Maid of honor. And it's like, too ugly. Excuse me?
But how do you have
What?
to like choose this person to be your maid of honor?
That's
So
just
how do you
insane.
choose this person and then decide, but you can't be in any of the pictures? What?
Put a bag on your face.
You can be my maid of honor. I feel like my sisters would be very bothered by that. But that's okay. Went to a wedding that was a dry wedding only. Okay, ew, that freaking sucks.
Nope.
She refused to let anyone bring alcohol and the wedding was in the middle of nowhere. The wedding was several hours before the reception. There was absolutely nothing to do. There was no entertainment, no food, no drinks. We had to wait 4 hours plus for them. Then the bridal party shows up and they had alcohol for themselves. Our entire group left.
As you should.
Bro, no food, no alcohol, no drinks, and no entertainment? What am I doing? Am I looking at the wall?
In the middle of nowhere. Like I'm imagining like the desert or something. and
Don't
you're
waste my time like that.
standing
Yeah, like
there
let's
waiting.
just look at the clouds.
Yeah, what? I'm sorry. You waited 4 hours. Good on you for waiting that
I
long.
would've left.
I wouldn't have waited like 40 minutes.
Yeah, I'd be out. Don't waste my time.
As
That's a
soon as I find out
waste.
there's no food coming, I'm like, nah. I used to work at a jewelry store. This young guy, college age, came in one day looking for engagement rings. Very polite, asking good questions. You could tell he'd been considering this for some time. As I'm helping him and showing him some of the rings in his budget, she walks in wearing a t-shirt from the high school senior class from the previous year, and she comes over by him. Oh my God, were you seriously considering that ring?
Oh.
It's so ugly. Besides, it looks just like my last engagement ring. How I wish I could have told him to dump her, run for the hills, and don't look back.
Bro, she's in senior of high school and she's already been engaged before? What the heck?
What in the life choices?
Yeah, what is... What? There's a lot wrong with this
There's a lot to
situation.
unpack.
I hope he ran for the hills
I
on his
sincerely
own.
hope so.
Be on your way. You have a long life ahead of you and you do not need her in it.
Wow. Entitled.
Forget her, man. You don't need her. You don't need that.
I was at the wedding of an ex-boyfriend several years ago and he had planned and practiced singing, I think, a Frank Sinatra song to his new wife. He went up and took the mic and, with the band backing him up, began singing the song. Cute. His new wife suddenly stomped across the dance floor and up on the stage, grabbed the mic from him and said, "I hate that effing song and I don't want to hear it." They were divorced about a year later.
Why they weren't divorced about a minute later, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not surprised by the outcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that coming.
Like, even if it wasn't your favorite song, let it happen.
You put so
Enjoy,
much effort into that.
Appreciate the effort and how sweet that is, and then in your head be like, I hate this effing song. Who cares?
Man, ungrateful, honestly.
Honestly, I'll marry these men for you.
Bring them
Rude.
over.
Just all of them. I'll be a great wife to all of you.
wedding band member here had a bride flip her-ish at me and my bandmates because our instruments weren't white or salmon colored to fit in with the decorations, and she was saying we would ruin the photographs, even though I was playing during the reception and all the photos were already taken. A sunburst jazz bass, blue Stratocaster, and a red drum set aren't going to ruin your pictures, darling.
That's pathetic.
That's nitpicky.
If you hire a band, you'd be like, but it has to be white instruments, all white or salmon. I'd be like, okay, we'll find another band.
I mean, white you can find. Salmon? Very specific.
It's crazy. And it is not gonna ruin your pictures. No one's looking at the band. No offense to the band.
If you are in the picture, they're gonna look at you.
Absolutely. I once worked in a bakery and we had this bride freak out that her cake wasn't right and proceeded to smash it to bits with her fist. She smashed the wrong cake, like WTF. Anyways, the cops allowed her to wash her hands before placing her in handcuffs. I felt bad for the future husband and the couple that ordered that cake. People are cray cray.
Oh my gosh, bridezilla at her finest.
Yeah, people are cray cray. Can you imagine being the person who made that cake for hours and being like, first of all, you smashed the wrong cake, so now they have to remake hers probably and the one they smashed. Rude. What a waste of cake. That pisses me off.
That wedding just did not happen. Like, you got arrested to get married.
I'm just more concerned about the waste of cake.
Well, yeah, too.
That's rude. I would have eaten it.
Had a friend that got married to a girl that wanted an open relationship. This normally means we have stuff with other people while the other is not around. To her, this meant having another boyfriend move into the house.
Oh. We're like,
I don't think that's how that works.
I mean, yeah, like if he was on board with it, fine. But by the sounds of it, it's like she wanted that.
Yeah. I mean, great for the rent because you get to split it.
But at what cost, you know?
I think I'd rather live alone.
Right?
No one's allowed to wear heels because she didn't want anyone to tall her. No fake eyelashes again. Okay, no fake eyelashes. They had meetings twice a week for at least 3 hours each time, 6 months prior. Oh my god. Everyone in the bridal party had to recite the rundown schedule. Oh my god. Screamed at all the bridesmaids all day long behind the scenes of the wedding day. That sounds great. That sounds like a good time. The minute someone tells me 6 months prior that I have to be at these meetings, I'd be out.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
What are you having a meeting about? That's what I want to know.
That's crazy.
3 hours. For what? Oh, there's so much nitpickiness. Some people just really should not get married.
Yup. Or exist. Alright guys, that's all we got for these entitled brides. If you want part 6, let us know. I was one of your hosts, Joss Bedard.
And I was your other host, Bree Room.
See you next time.
Bye.
I look like a dad going on vacation with his daughter.
Oh, shoot. This thing sucks these days.
Title. I'm like, wait, what? Entitled brides ruin their wedding day part 5? Oh, okay. Oh, I have some in my eye.
Oh no.
It's making me blind. I hate that. Ow! Okay, is it my turn? Great. I have something in my eye. I can't read.
Not the jazz band.
They don't care what color the jazz thing is. Whatever you play at weddings.
I mean, just lick it off your hands.
I need it off the floor.
Give me whatever snack biscuit left.
Literally.
I'll take care of that, don't worry.
A bride once called having a meltdown because her friend got engaged as well and was planning to get married in the same year as she was. Apparently it was her special year and not just a day. She threw a huge fit that this girl was only getting married to steal her thunder. Her friend's date wasn't even in the same month or season. Hers was in October and her friend's was in June. Jeez Louise! Nobody's allowed to get married in the same year as you?
Get over yourself, Elise.
That is next level entitlement. Like, I don't even know what you would say. Well, actually, I know what I would say. Get over it. Or why don't you move your wedding to another year then? I don't know what to tell ya.
Year.
Ain't big enough for the two of her.
If it was the same day, I would be like, that's something we gotta discuss. But same year? Come on. My cousin married a vapid idiot. The night before the wedding at the rehearsal, she figured out the flower girl had the same shoes as her in a much smaller size. She flipped her shit at 9 p.m. and made the mother of the flower girl buy different shoes for her before the ceremony. So what happens when you buy your shoes from Payless? Not much of a selection in white. So true. So true. What the actual heck?
Watch your profanity.
If I found out I had the same shoes as the flower girl, who's probably a child, I would be like, that's dope. We're matching. Like, why would you just not be like happy about it? Also, no one's really gonna notice. Also, that's what happens when you buy children's shoes. Alright, I went to a wedding in which the father of the groom died of a massive heart attack. Well, the bride threw a fit and wouldn't let the groom leave with his father. Instead, she insisted that the wedding night and not ruin her night. Imagine. I would get a divorce on the spot.
I want a divorce.
What do you mean you're not gonna let me go with my father who just had a heart attack? Are you insane? Well, clearly, the answer is yes. But like, no. At that point, it would be an annulment. Be shorter than that one Kim Kardashian marriage with that one guy. Remember? No shade to Kim Kardashian, okay? She can do whatever she wants. I don't really care. But I'm just saying, that was a short marriage. This one, shorter. Alright, I was the maid of honor for my brother's wedding, in which he and his bride told me they had hired a professional photographer for the wedding, so I went above and beyond to make myself up for the photos, only to find out that they hadn't actually hired a photographer. They expected me to take all the— what? I would have just said no. No, okay, I probably wouldn't have. I probably would have done it, but I would have been like, you couldn't have like paid for my dress at least? Also, how am I supposed to be the maid of honor, but also the photographer? That's a lot of duties that I just can't seem to get them all done. Do you want photos or do you want me to be standing up there with you? 3 months before my high school best friend's wedding, I ended up in a coma for 3.5 weeks and underwent emergency open heart surgery. The story could end there and I would still be shocked. Well, after I got out of the hospital, I told my friend that I wouldn't be able to be in her wedding, but that I would still try to attend. She responded that she was disappointed God hadn't healed me by then, and said that I must not have had enough faith. Woo-wee! That is just ruthless. This person just had open heart surgery and you're gonna tell them that they didn't have enough faith? I feel like that's enough faith that you got through open heart surgery. That's not just a regular— and a 3.5 week coma. Those are two things that aren't just like standard procedure. You know what I mean? Well, you did miss church those 3.5 weeks. I didn't see you at church once, so. The bride kicked the groom's lifelong best friend out of the wedding party because he lived with his girlfriend and she wanted her entire wedding party to be pure. Never mind that it was her 3rd marriage and that the first 2 ended due to her own infidelity. Well, marriage number 3 ended the same way, but at least the groom and his friend worked past it and are still best friends. Imagine. I would never marry somebody who was making rules like this. You can't have your best friend be in the wedding party because I want it to be pure. First of all, what does that even mean? We all sin, you psycho. And I don't want to hear anyone saying that they don't, because I know that's not true. Everyone does sometimes. I had an ectopic pregnancy in which the baby attached to my fallopian tube, which then burst and I almost bled to death. Alright, see, we got another story that's really starting off on a wild note. Like, we could end here and I would be like, okay, insane. Well, my friend got engaged shortly after that pregnancy, and when she asked me to be her bridesmaid, she said that I would be required to wait to try and have another baby until after her wedding. Not because there would be a small child at the wedding, and not even because she didn't want me to be fat at her wedding, but because if I lost another child, it would take the attention away from her engagement and wedding. I was so shocked that I declined and haven't spoken to her since. That seems like a fantastic idea. Imagine being so selfish, so self-involved, that you can't even see that somebody just went through a traumatic experience. What the heck? Where do you guys find these people? I would be shocked if I knew somebody that was inviting me to their wedding that was gonna act like this at their wedding. Like, I would be literally shocked. Whew. It was a stinking hot, humid day and nobody wanted to be outside for the outdoor wedding. We were doing wedding party photos and everyone was dripping in sweat and about to pass out, so we decided to finish the rest of the pics in a nice shady spot. The bride threw an actual honest-to-God tantrum because she wanted to make the party hike all the way across the venue grounds to get shots in front of the full sun pond. None of her bridesmaids wanted to do the 10-minute walk in their heels, and it would have been a terrible spot for photos, which we mentioned. She pouted her way through the rest and they divorced a year later. Man, like, the pictures are obviously important, it's so nice to have those forever, but like, we can all admit that photos are the worst part of the day. Okay, they're not fun. Summer weddings, they're pretty popular. It's so hot sometimes, you're trying not to sweat your makeup off, you don't want your pit stains showing, and you gotta wear heels all day. Nothing worse than that. Not to scare you, but I had a shitty BM experience. What's BM? Oh, bridesmaid. I was to be 33 weeks pregnant at the wedding and my friend wanted me in a dress that wasn't maternity or flowy. It was like a tight-fitted mermaid style. Oh, already. Even not pregnant, that sucks. She also wanted me in 4-inch heels and wasn't willing to budge. At 33 weeks pregnant? Heck no. Normally I would have bent over backwards to do whatever I needed, but I'm already 6 feet, have never worn heels, so I didn't feel comfortable in such big heels in case I fell, and at 33 weeks pregnant could not guarantee I'd still fit in such a skin-tight dress. I ended up having to pull out and be a guest. I wouldn't have even gone to the wedding. You're 33 weeks pregnant, you should be allowed to wear what you want. But if you just wanted like a flowy version of whatever the other bridesmaids have, I feel like that would be pretty acceptable considering you were 33 weeks pregnant. Y'all, I don't know what to do. My sister is legitimately so pissed at me right now. I got my color swatches in and I fell in love with the color Dusty Rose. Now my sister is saying she doesn't want to be in my wedding because that's the wedding color she had picked out for forever. Well, I want to be sympathetic. She isn't even engaged. How would you guys handle this? Have my wedding be Dusty Rose.
Savage.
What the heck? What if she changes her mind? What if her future husband or wife doesn't like Dusty Rose? Just do it. Whatever, she's still gonna be your sister. And sisters do way worse things to each other than take your wedding color. Come on. Also, Dusty Rose is a beautiful color and it reminds me of Twilight. Is it wrong that I told my mom with bright red hair that I wanted her to dye her hair for my wedding or else she couldn't come? I feel bad, but I wanted everyone to match and for someone to not be a sore thumb. Yeah, it is wrong.
Face open and shut.
62 reactions and 104 answers. Not a good sign. Yeah, that's your literal mother. First of all. Second of all, let the woman do whatever she wants. Stick out like a sore thumb. You know what will stick out like a sore thumb? You for being rude to your mom. Bride admits she only asked a cousin with facial scarring to be a bridesmaid because she'll make the rest of the wedding party look prettier. Okay, the anonymous bridezilla, believed to be from the UK, recently told her sister and mother that she would be having 6 bridesmaids, including a cousin she isn't particularly close with. I hope that that's not true. And you know who will be the ugliest one there? Your freaking personality, okay?
Got him!
Ridiculous. I didn't like that one. That one made me angry. Also, don't do that, but if you're gonna do that, don't ever tell anyone that. Anyway, I am exhausted, I am bone tired, never heard that before. My heart is not the same, it's stone cold, fragmented, empty. Why is this a poem? I need to get away from this awful society. How hard would it have been to bleep donate friends? Do I matter to you? Just bleep give me my money for my wedding. I won't even sugarcoat. I won't even pretend that's not what I wanted. It was for a dream. I was stabbed, cheated on, and what is that acronym supposed to be? Worked? Wrecked? I don't know. Goodbye, see you in 2 months. Friendly reminder to you, big bleep. Don't think you own me. I am cutting all of you snakes off. I'm living my life alone now. I only let in those I believe have good intentions. XOXO. I need to know so many things about this. So she was asking people to donate for her wedding, I'm guessing? I feel like there's something I'm missing here. It must have been a lot of money because everyone is absolutely losing it over that. Pull up those bootstraps, Susan. You can do it if it really is your dream. Alright guys, that's all the clips we have for today. We saw some pretty crazy stuff, but we made it through on the other end, only slightly scathed. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video, and as always, don't forget to subscribe. I've been your host today, Olivia Kozlowski. I'll see you all next time for a little silly goose time. Bye. These make me never want to get married because I'm worried that one day I'm gonna be one of these stories. That would never happen. I'm not insane in that way, just an entirely different way. Also, like, don't, in, you know, whatever religion you're in, don't you just have to be like, hey, sorry, and then God's supposed to be like, it's okay, and then boom, you're pure again. I don't know if that's how that works, but that's what I see in the movies. So I'm like, what's the issue here? Just say you're sorry and let's get this party going. Oh God, 3 marriages. I don't even know if I can do one, y'all. Nothing worse. I love these, like, well, I don't love them, like, that's a little aggressive, but like, they got divorced shortly after. I'm like, yeah, it's clear why, you know? Anyway, I'm exhausted and I am bone tired. Wow, okay, we're gonna start that one from the top.